Everyone loves a Clouser minnow, and here's a little take on the Clouser that may make it fish a little bit better for you. What I'm gonna do is not mess up tying on my hook. Anyway, this is a B10S Stinger. This is from Gamakatsu. This is a size 6. It's a little wider gap. It's commonly used for bass and light saltwater flies. Super strong, even though it's a little bit thin. So we're going to go ahead and tie onto that, and we're going to lay down a thread base here. See, I've got something under the edge of my vise that's making it rock back and forth a little bit. Thread base is key for good Clouser, so give it a good thread coating, and then come back about a third of the way from the hook eye. We're going to tie on some dumbbell eyes. Go about 8 or 10 times around that way. And then use your fingers to kind of manipulate the eyes and keep wrapping until they're straight. And then you can use an X-wrap to secure it that way, and then come underneath. A whole bunch of times, maybe like 15 wraps underneath those eyes, and that's going to keep them from spinning around underneath the hook. Then we're going to hit it with a little super glue. You can see my brush has seen better days. I just got some new CA glue or super glue. I can't find it. Oh, sounds like the UPS guys here. We'll be right back. And we're back. False alarm. We have a Jack Russell Rat Terrier mix that likes to bark at nothing and make you come see what he's doing. So just fell victim to that scam again. Anyway, we're back to tying the Clouser. Put a little super glue on my bead chain dumbbell eyes there. Got them locked into place. Now we're going to put in our belly material. Even though this is on top, this is going to be the belly of our fly. And this is craft fur right here. This is what Muppets are made out of, but you don't have to worry, there were no Muppets harmed in the making of this fly. Clip it off down next to the quote-unquote hide, or the fabric that this stuff's hooked to. This is a synthetic, but it's really nice. It has a nice taper. You can see I'm going to kind of match up tips. I'm going to pull out as many of the strays as I can. All the random looking ones. Hold it by the tips. Pull out a bunch of strays from here. You can see I'm really eliminating a lot of material, but that's okay. In the end, we're going to have a better fly for it, and this stuff will end up in my vacuum cleaner. One more random one there. You do the same thing with bucktail, so it's not too dissimilar. Okay, once I feel like I have everything even, I'm going to tie this thing in the front here, and I want it to be about the same length as the hook shank coming off the back. So I kind of find that length that I'm happy with. I'm going to counter pinch. Going to trim the butts evenly. I have a little super glue on my hand, so I'm getting some stuff caught. And then I'm going to just bind that right to the top of the hook. Come right back to the bead chain eyes. Come over the bead chain eyes there, behind them. And then I'm going to go back to the back of the hook shank, evenly spaced. 1, 2, 3, 4, probably a 5th short time, and I'm going to perfectly crisscross those wraps, coming back. Then I'm going to come back up to the nose and just clean all that up. And then we're going to rotate our fly over, like so. I could just as easily taken that and flipped it upside down in the vise like that. Either way, whatever works better for you. So now that I'm on top of the fly, I'm gonna add some flash, and we're gonna add some crystal flash here. Crystal flash usually works the best, if I can get it to come out. And we're gonna put in a couple strands of pink, folded over to make 4 strands. Total, you don't wanna over flash your fly. But I'm gonna take those, I'm gonna fold them over the thread. Then I'm gonna take my bobbin and come and lay my thread down on top of my hook and wrap right back over the top of that flash. That's going to hold your flash in a little better. It's definitely easier to tie in that way than it is to just try to grab it by the tips. I'm going to sort of evenly split it on either side of the fly, and we'll trim that later. So now I'm going to lay in my top color. It's going to be an olive. And you want this one to be a little bit longer than your belly piece. Again, we're gonna do some fiber matching. We're gonna pull out all the strays. We're gonna check our length. You can see I've got a whole bunch of shorts in there. You don't want a bunch of shorts. Even up my butts. And we're gonna get another piece. That one had a lot of shorts in it. Sometimes with craft fur you'll find that there's going to be hanks of that stuff that just aren't as long as you think they're supposed to be. And that's just how it is. That's okay, they'll make more. Here I've got some laundry churning away down the hall there. Alright, and once I've got all my randoms picked out of that, I'm gonna lay that on top, a little bit longer than the belly there. Even up your butts. Come in, grab it right on top. Best way to do that is don't go super tight right off the bat. Just kind of ease into it. Ease into it. And now once you've done that, build yourself up a nice thread head. Some people like a skinny thread head, some people like a fat thread head. That's completely up to you. I like a little fatter one. And I'm going to come in here and whip finish. Like so. And then we're going to add a little barring to the back of this fly. This is based on the motion prong concept. A little Sharpie. I do find that barring your Clousers makes them look a little bit snazzier. Adds a little bit more the illusion of life. And once I've done that, I'm going to come in here on my head with some glossy head cement if I don't get it going a little too harshly there. And we're just going to take that and work that around the head of the fly. And this will just make it last a little bit longer. Hit a few more rocks, catch a couple more fish. I'm going to come back here and find my flash. I'm going to trim it just about the length of the back of my fly. And there it is. Fur Clouser Minnow.